Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Brown.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Dr.
Yeah.
Brown. It's nice to see you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Thank you. I will leave so Jamie can continue with the recording. Thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Brown. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Hello. Nice to meet you. My name is Jamie. I work with Strategic Medical Brokers, and as you know, this is for a client testimonial, which we really appreciate you taking the time to do.
Sure.
So just to give you an overview, I'm just going to walk you through just a short series of questions to guide you so that we can get a comprehensive testimonial to help other people who are looking for services like the ones we provided for you. So with a introduction, could you start by introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about your background and your dermatology practice?
My name is Glenn Brown. I'm a medical doctor. I'm a dermatologist. I have been in practice for a little over 40 years in Mesa, Arizona. And I'm in solo practice with a physician's assistant, but decided it was time to get an exit strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And with that in mind, I had put out some feelers to several people, other dermatologists in my community that had previously expressed an interest in purchasing my practice when the time was right, and the time was right. Before I did any negotiations with these people, I had contacted Sean for a practice valuation to get some sense as to what my practice would actually be worth on the market. And then when I had the two other prospective purchasers lined up, I signed up with Sean to handle the negotiations for me for the practice sale.
Uh, could you just go into a little more detail about how the experience was, particularly during the negotiation phase?
Yeah, as I said, I had two prospective buyers, so we opened negotiations, Sean and I, with both of them. And I couldn't have done this without Sean. It would have been absolute insanity to try to do this on my own. I've never sold a practice. I've never bought a practice, and there were infinite details that I knew nothing of that Sean knew everything about.
Right.
And he guided me effortlessly and seamlessly through the negotiations with the two buyers until it became apparent as to which one was going to be the one that I was comfortable selling my practice with. And when that became apparent, Sean drafted a letter of intent for the purchaser to buy the practice, and we moved forward after that. But Sean's help was just invaluable. There was no way in the world I could have done this on my own, and he was just fantastic from start to finish.
So great to hear. Now that the sale is complete, how do you feel about the outcome?
I couldn't be happier, actually. I'm the happiest man on planet Earth right now. After we got the letter of intent signed, Sean had referred me to a lawyer. Can I mention his name? Or
Sure. Yeah.
probably Patrick Stanley of Comet Stanley to
Mm-hmm.
handle the actual drafting of the sale of the purchase. And he was excellent as well. I could highly recommend him for anybody looking for a lawyer to handle a practice sale. But even during the legal negotiation, Sean was always there in the background. We had some questions that he answered, and Sean was just there every step of the way, from the negotiations to the letter of intent to assisting the lawyer, to setting up the escrow account, and then to finalizing the transaction at the end. And I'm tickled pink. Everything went pretty effortlessly and flawlessly. It was not a contentious or argumentative sale. Everything went very smoothly. Everybody was friendly, and I'm tickled pink. couldn't be happier.
Fantastic.
Just fantastic. I'm just thrilled to have sold the practice, and as I said, I could not have done this without Sean's expert assistance.
That's amazing. Is there, if you could give advice to other doctors who are considering selling their practice, would you have any advice to share with them?
Yeah, don't do it on your own. You have no idea what you're doing, what you're getting into, what the pros and cons are. You don't know what to ask for, what to give, what's fair, what's not fair, what's standard, what a fair asking price is. I'm going to be working on for a period of time with the purchaser of the practice. And again, I had no idea what would be fair for me with the employment agreement, which actually was a very important part of the purchase agreement, not just the sale of the practice, but my continuing on with an employment agreement. And you can't possibly do this on your own. You know, Sean has done this many times before, has had the lawyer, and they know what I should be asking for, what's fair, what's not fair, what's standard practice. And my advice to anybody is do not try to do this on your own. It will not turn out well. And hire Sean because he's fabulous to negotiate both the purchase practice sale and the employment agreement afterwards.
Yeah. What are you most excited for or looking forward to in this next phase of your life?
Well, Sean had told me that once the practice sale went through, and to quote his words, which were absolutely true, that I would feel that the yoke, the yoke was off my back of
Right.
running the practice. And it's very liberating. You know, it's only been 3.5 weeks now since the practice sale went through, but it is a very liberating experience to be able to work and not have to do anything to actually run the day-to-day workings of the practice.
Mm-hmm.
No more payroll, no more tax reports to file. It's just nice to be able to show up, do my work, go home, and not have to worry about managing or running the practice. So I'm tickled pink, happiest man on earth, actually. And I owe this, actually, much of this to Sean. He was really fantastic in all of this.
That was wonderful. It's done. You gave a really wonderful recap of your experience.
Well, it's all true. I really enjoyed
feels very
working with Sean.
authentic.
It is. I really, both my wife and I have said this a million times, just how wonderful Sean was, how friendly, how receptive. He would answer questions, you know, in a very timely fashion. There was obviously a lot of give and take and a million questions back in the negotiation phase. And Sean was there to support me from A to Z, from the first contact to actual closing of escrow on 12/31/2023. Sean was there to help and support me every step of the way, and I greatly appreciate it.
It's so wonderful to hear. And this is part of why I love working with him, because the caliber of his character and his expertise is very inspiring, and I love to support him in his work for this very reason. For you right here, this kind of the end result, this is what we work so hard for. So
one happy physician right here. I'll tell you, thrilled, tickled pink with everything.
That's really great to hear. Well, it was wonderful and it was efficient, and you did a really great job. Thank you so much for sharing.
I'm happy to help.
So we will edit this, trim it down, and make it a little standalone video. We'll share it with you before any publication, obviously. And yeah, I think it'll really help others in your shoes get a better idea of what Sean can offer. So
absolutely, do not try to do this without him. It's my final word of advice to anybody who hears this. You need expert help, and Sean is the man who knows how to do this.
Thank you, Dr. Brown, and I wish you all the best
Well,
in your
thank you.
next chapter.
Thanks, Sean, again
Thank-
for you see him.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.